some of the stuff I've been doing is discovering that making sales pitches to progressives on support and making progressives to centrist, kind of vaguely libertarian Republicans who will actually talk to you is a different set of arguments. With progressives, you can use history to make your case. If you look at agenda in New York, if you don't go for the trans stuff, inclusion, guess what? It's not going to happen. There's a significant chance you may wait decades, if not ever. In New York, we're still waiting. And so basically, if you let, and the other problem is you can be a victim of your own success. And here's the other argument. OutServe SLDN, when we won Don't Ask, Don't Tell, most of the, half the donors declared victory and went home. Problem is we're not done yet. We still haven't done things. Transgender people are still excluded, and there's still no EO policy protecting sexual orientation. And we've got the Republicans trying to ram through in the National Defense Authorization Act a bill that basically says you can harass gay people all you want as long as you put this because God says so, and your CO can't tell you to stop. So if you don't include trans going forward, then there's a good chance it won't happen. And the other thing is telling stories. And I'm going to give you two quick ones here about, and you mentioned housing. One of my best friends online, I've met her a couple of times, is a news director. And when she came out, she got kicked out of her house. And on the fly, she had to find some place to live. And her spouse was kind of nice enough to say, you got 2 weeks to find a place to live, go. And she arranged something through an ad. And she shows up at the house where she's supposed to live or rent a downstairs basement apartment. And the person says, oh, you're trans. You didn't mention that. Get out. Sorry. She came within a whisker of ending up homeless. Same thing with one of my best friends through OutServe, who's a veteran who's getting out and is trans. And she's partially transitioned. She's in the National Guard. She got a new job with well, I won't say what company. She got a job in a less than friendly state with no protections. She had an apartment lined up when she moved over the phone. She shows up, they took one look at her and said, no. Next place she goes to, no. Next place she goes to says, oh yeah, you can have this apartment if you pay twice the going rate. It took her, she went through close to a dozen complexes trying to find a place to live, and in the end, all she could do was find a room for rent with some service members who were relatively progressive, who didn't care that she was trans. So those are the kind of stories you need to tell of why you cannot leave trans out. Because both of these people are either highly professional or carrying top secret clearances. These are the best people America has to offer, and we can't treat them like that.